Hi everyone. Welcome to this relaxing stretch and sound bath practice. It is a 30-minute Yin Yoga practice, and then we'll go into a sound healing practice after that. And today we're going to use a yoga bolster, but if you don't have a yoga bolster, feel free to grab a pillow or two from your couch or from your bed, and we'll actually use that at the beginning of our practice here today. So let's get started reclining, and we're going to use one or two pillows as a nice way to get into a very gentle back bend in our body here. So I like for my head to be supported as well, so I'm going to use two pillows here to demonstrate. We're going to sit our hips up against these pillows and then slowly start to recline all the way down to the pillows. So this gives us a nice little gentle back bend here in the mid and upper back. Some people like to take this top pillow away and drape their head down as well. That's a deeper back bend. The fluffier your pillows, the deeper of a back bend it's gonna be. So if you have any tenderness in your back, you can always come to a place where you're either just laying straight down on your back, or maybe grab a pillow that's a little bit flatter. Your feet can be down on the earth with their knees bent. If you feel like you need a little more sensation tonight, you can straighten your legs down to the earth. You might start to feel a little bit more in the back, a little more release. And if you feel like you need even more here at the beginning of practice, you can take the soles of your feet together and open your knees wide. If at any time that becomes too much, just place the soles of your feet back down to the earth. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Brittany. And the theme of our practice this evening is this new way of thinking, this inviting ourselves into a space where we can start to make some conscious shifts in our perception. So as we lay here in this reclining pose, starting to open up through the back, we also have a little bit of space of opening up through the heart as well. Your hands might be down on your sides, palms face up. Or maybe you rest your hands on your belly. Whatever feels best for you today. And we'll just allow ourselves to lay here like this for as long as it feels comfortable, and make any shifts or changes anytime your body asks for them. And with your eyes closed in this space, we'll just start to invite ourselves to open up through this gentle reclining posture. And with our eyes closed as we lay down and invite ourselves into this space, we have the opportunity to start to even shift our perspective just by seeing something different. Seeing the backs of our eyelids, and maybe seeing life through the things that we can hear right now, rather than the things that we can see. So begin to breathe a little bit deeper as you allow the pillows underneath your back to be this space to support you. And start to invite yourself into this space of your practice for consciously shifting your perception. Maybe this is the first time you've tried a Yin Yoga practice or have ever been in a sound bath. Or maybe this is something that you do every week. But can we always come to the space of our practice with an open mind and an open heart? And allow this practice today, even if it's the exact same sequence you've been through some other time in your life, be unique, because you've never lived today yet. This is the first time today you have the opportunity to invite yourself into a new way of being and a new way of seeing your day with a fresh pair of eyes, or in this case, through our ears, and simply listening. Prince EA put a quote out that says, "Happiness is the new rich. Kindness is the new cool. Health is the new wealth. Inner peace is the new success." And in these times where we invite ourselves to slow down, whether that's the entire world slowing down around us, or we're choosing to invite ourselves into a place of slowing down in our own personal day, we have the opportunity to shift whatever it is that we moved into our day with into that new way of being for happiness, kindness, health, and inner peace. Whether it's because we're facing everything that's happening in our world right now, or we have our own personal struggles that we are facing in our daily lives, we have an opportunity right now to make changes. They don't have to be huge leaps. They might just be tiny little shifts on what we are focusing on. Little shifts in understanding what's really important. And shifting our mindset to understand how we want to perceive our inner and outer worlds. So even if we are facing challenges in our own personal life or as a global community, we always have a chance for a fresh start. And it might just be a little more obvious right now. We can choose to learn a new way of being. And yoga and meditation is this container in which we can water these ideas of finding that new way of being so that we feel more happiness. We feel more inclined to share kindness. We feel healthier in our physical bodies and in our minds. And we start to invite ourselves into that place of inner peace. So as you breathe here deeply, notice the places where you feel this gentle stretch in your back. Notice the places in your mind that have been challenged in any way today. Your thoughts, your emotions, your ego even. And start to invite yourself to allow yourself to strip away what no longer works. And as you start to peel back the layers of things that don't work for you anymore, you have the opportunity to invite being in alignment with what you truly want to do, who you truly want to be, and the life you truly want to live. So take a moment here to set your intention for your practice today. That intention might be one positive word. It might be for inner peace, for happiness, for ease, or health. Or maybe you dedicate your practice to someone or something. And any time in your practice, if you notice that your mind starts to go somewhere else, it starts to replay stories in your head, or it holds on to resentments, or it has these frustrations that bubble up, or the train of thought just starts to go off into Never Never Land. See if you can gently invite your attention and your focus back to this intention for your practice today. This intention of a new way of being for yourself. Begin to deepen your breath. Start to add an extra second onto every inhale that you take, and an extra second onto every exhale. Take one more deep breath into this pose. And one more long exhale, sigh the breath out. If your knees are out wide, take your hands to the outer edges of your knees. Bring your knees to the sky, close them like a book. If your legs are out straight, start to bend one knee at a time. Place your feet down on your mat. And with your knees bent, just take a moment to be so present that you can feel the texture of the mat underneath your feet and toes. Maybe you've never even noticed what it feels like to feel your mat or your towel or the floor underneath you. This is an opportunity to shift the perspective, so zoomed in on this present moment, so aware that we're just right here, right now. Take your slow breathing and your intention with you. Very gently start to roll over onto one side off of your pillows or your bolster. And take a few moments to lay on your side. You could keep your eyes closed if you'd like. When it feels right for you, gently press into your hands and take your time to make your way up to a seat. You can move your pillows aside. Sit up nice and tall, and after that gentle back bend, we'll come into a nice forward fold to release that. So let's bring our legs straight out in front of us. If you have tight hips, or if you find that you round through your low back a lot when you start to fold forward, you can take your mat and either fold or roll it up and make a little seat for yourself. And when your hips are a little bit higher than your legs, this cultivates a forward tilt of the pelvis. So when you hinge forward, your back stays a little bit more straight so that you're not scooping your hips underneath and just rounding through the spine here. So that's always a good option in case you'd like it. Again, you might keep your eyes closed if that feels good for you. Take a full deep breath in, sit up nice and tall. With your exhale, slowly start to hinge at your hips, gently starting to come folding forward. And then if you don't have a herniated disc, slip disc, bulging disc, anything going on in the back, and it feels comfortable for you, maybe you start to round through the spine, gently release your head down. And you have your pillows. So if at any time you'd like to bring them underneath your hands or place your forehead down on a pillow for a little extra support, you have that as an option as well. And as we are here for a few minutes in caterpillar pose, can you start to notice anything that you feel that might be a little bit different than the last pose? Where in your body do you feel this stretch? And can you start to invite a nice gentle release to any gripping or holding in your muscles? Invite a gentle release through your face, your shoulders and neck, and all the way through the backside of your body. When we hold these poses in our Yin Yoga postures, in our Yin Yoga practice, we're giving our body the opportunity to open up through the connective tissues of the body, the fascia. Everything is connected through this system of tissues in the body. And when we invite ourselves to sink into this space, not only does our mind get the invitation to relax and calm down, but our body is also invited into a new way of being. A new way of shifting the physical body to open up through tension and stress, and to gently release through any of the anxieties that we might be carrying with us, physically or emotionally. So wherever your mind is in this moment, can you invite it back to the space of your intention? What is it that you are inviting in right now? Just notice where in your body you can soften just a little bit more into this space. And breathe a little bit deeper as we take just a few more moments in this caterpillar pose. Continue to deepen through every inhale and lengthen through every exhale. Take one more full deep breath all the way in here. And a long exhale all the way out. Very gently start to lift your head. Crawl yourself back up to a straight spine. If you'd like to keep your eyes closed, you can. Gently bend your knees. Place the soles of your feet down on the mat. You can untuck the mat if you rolled it up. Place your hands behind you and with your knees bent, take a nice little gentle release from side to side with your knees. I suggest your feet to be as wide as the mat. This will help to release a little bit more through the hips. If the feet are right next to each other, it's not wrong, but it just might not give you quite as much of a release. It's a nice little release side to side. Bring your knees back up to the sky, and let's make our way into tabletop pose, all fours. If you'd like to use blocks or books, feel free to grab those now. And from tabletop, we're going to step our right foot in between our hands, top of the mat. Tuck your back toes and bring your back knee a little bit further behind your hip so it's not right underneath the hip here. If you need to double up the yoga mat or pad your knee, feel free to do so. And then we'll take our right foot, heel-toed over to the right a little bit. Bring your right hand on the inside of the foot, setting up for dragon pose, or what a lot of us are familiar with called lizard in a yang yoga practice, in a vinyasa flow practice. We'll just be here for about 1.5 minutes or so, maybe 2 minutes, so not too long, but just notice what you feel. You can stay up on your hands. If it's too much on the wrists, you can come to fists so that you don't have extra pressure on the wrists. If it's in your practice to come down to your forearms, start by coming down to your right forearm first. If it doesn't quite make it, then stay on your hands. Otherwise, you can bring both forearms down, maybe relax your head. And breathe deeply here, not too long here. And notice what you feel. Is there an urge to shift or move? To move your hair out of your face or pick the fuzz off of your mat? See if you can sink into stillness as we take just a couple more breaths here. Take one more full deep breath in. A long exhale out. Take your time, crawl back up onto your hands if you're on your forearms. Press into your hands and slowly move your right leg all the way back. For those of you who practice Yin a lot, that was a pretty fast dragon pose. So it's kind of nice to get out of there pretty easily here. Let's go ahead and start to take ourselves into hip circles here. So starting to move in one direction, a couple of times this way. And start to move in the other direction. Hip circles, release tension through the hip flexors as well as the outer edges of the hips. Come back to your tabletop pose. Look forward, step your left foot in between your hands, top of the mat. Tuck your back right toes, bring your right knee a little further behind your hip. And if you'd like to pad up the knee, you can grab a blanket or use your yoga mat, double it up under the knee. Take your left foot, heel toe it over to the left, and place your left hand on the inside of the foot. The singing bowl's ready to go. And take a moment here with your left knee on top of your left ankle. Pause. You might come up onto the knuckles if that feels better for your wrists. You may stay on your hands. And if you'd like to take your forearms down to blocks or the floor, start with the left forearm first. And again, if it doesn't quite get there, then just stay up on your hands. We want to avoid having the right elbow down and the left elbow lifted way up. This can create some imbalances in the body. So both elbows and forearms on the same plane. And then once you arrive to that place, I invite you to gently close your eyes and notice the sensations that you feel here. It can be quite a juicy pose, really challenging in a lot of ways, even though we are in stillness. Can we sit with the discomfort that arises? And can we have the wisdom to know the difference between pain and discomfort? Not just in our yoga practice and the physical postures that we're holding, but in life as well. Are the situations and circumstances that we're living in truly painful? Or are we just experiencing some deep discomfort right now? There's no right or wrong. It's just a simple question of asking ourselves to see things from a different perspective. And then maybe starting to invite a new way of being into our mindset. Take a couple more breaths. Take one more full deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly start to lift yourself back up onto your hands. Heel toe your left foot back into center. Press through your palms, slowly bring your left knee back. And then this time give your hips a nice little wiggle from side to side. Nice gentle release. Your head and neck might move side to side a bit here as well. from here, start to crawl your knees forward. And we're going to use our bolster or pillows once again here in our practice. So giving ourselves this new way of being, we're going to do this practice a little bit different than we've done the past month, which usually we come into Shavasana for the sound bath. But we're going to come into a nice gentle posture. We'll do it on both sides, and I'll cue you when to change sides. With your pillows to your right, you're going to sit your hips toward your pillows with your feet to the left. Pillow or pillows or bolster, whatever you have, to the right, feet to the left, just stacked on top of each other or however they naturally want to fall. This is called deer pose that we're going to come into, and a couple variations of that. So from this space, slowly start to twist your torso over toward your pillows. You can bring your knees with you if you'd like. Hands on either side of your pillows, sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath. And with your exhale, lower your belly, chest, and head down to your pillows. And whichever way you would like to have your head, you can. So it can be to the left. Some people like to take the full spinal twist to the right. That's a little bit too much for my body. So I'll keep my head, I'll be on my right ear, keep my head to the left. And you can keep your arms as they are, or you can take your right hand and release it back behind you so it releases through your right shoulder a bit, and flip your left palm to the sky. So left palm is next to the face to the sky, right arm is reaching toward the back of the mat. And then take your top left knee, and if you would like, maybe place it behind the right foot. If that's too much, some days that's just way too much for my body, just keep your knees stacked. You can also place a pillow in between your thighs if you'd like. And gently close your eyes here and allow the support of the pillows underneath you to be the space of holding you up. And inviting your body to sink in, as we'll be in this posture for about 10 minutes. So make sure that your body feels super comfy in this posture. If at any time you need to shift or change anything to get comfortable, feel free to do so. Close your eyes if they're still open. And even if you end up drifting off into sleep, that's okay too. So just let yourself be supported and come back to the space of your intention. In this space of shifting our conscious awareness of what is and what we expect and what we think things are supposed to be like, into this new perception, a new way of being. Maybe this is a new way for your body to rest. Take a deep breath all the way in through your nose. And open your mouth, exhale, sigh your breath out. And sink into this space a little bit more as we invite ourselves to just soak in the healing vibrations of these singing bowls, the healing vibration of the energy you're inviting in through your intention, and the healing vibration of your breath right here, right now in this moment. Start to invite your physical body to soften into the pillows underneath you, into this space of support. Start to invite any of the extra thoughts that you've been holding on to today. Slowly release, inviting them to stay in the past as you are here right now, fully supported. Invite your face to soften. Relax behind your eyes. Release tension through your cheeks and the hinge at your jaw. Invite both sides of your neck to soften. Relax your shoulders down. And invite a gentle release into both arms as they move in different directions. Invite your upper body to be supported. Releasing your chest and belly a little bit more. And breathe a little bit deeper into the back side of your body. Into your upper back. A gentle twist through your thoracic spine, your mid-back. And a softening down through your lower back and into your hips. Invite your legs to be soft and heavy as you feel the support of the earth underneath you. Allow your feet to rest, these selfless servants that walk you through your life. Just invite your physical body to soften into this space as you lay here on this side, inviting gentle release. If at any time your mind wanders away from your intention or the sounds that you're hearing in this moment, see if you can invite your way of thinking, that way of being, to change by simply shifting your awareness back to the present moment. Reminding yourself that you are here right now, with everything that is. Allow yourself to be supported and just be here right now. comfortable laying as you are, you can stay on this side of your body. If you would like to move to the other side, keep your eyes closed. Stack your knees on top of each other if the top knee is behind your bottom foot. Gently start to press into your hands and slowly start to lift your head and chest and belly off of the pillows. And with your eyes still closed, just gently start to shift towards your feet, face your feet, and drop your knees down to the other side. And turn your torso back toward your pillows. And very gently start to lay yourself down, belly, chest, and head. You may turn your head to one side or the other, whatever feels best. And take your left arm and gently reach your hand toward your feet to release your left shoulder. Spin your right palm to the sky with your right hand close to your face. And maybe take your top right leg and bring your right knee behind your left foot if that feels comfortable for you. And take your time to settle into this shape on the other side of your body. Take a full deep breath all the way in. Open your mouth, exhale, sigh the breath out as you sink in a little bit deeper to your support. And once again, invite yourself to be fully present to the experience you're having. And like a waterfall of calm, invite a gentle softness to wash over your body from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. Simply breathe in and breathe out. And let yourself be here, fully supported, as you sink into the space of relaxation on this side of your body. happens to be in this moment, very gently begin to invite it back here, right now. And start to deepen your breath. If you're still laying on your side on your pillows, slowly start to turn your palms to face down. Take your top knee and place it on top of your bottom knee. And without too much effort, very gently begin to lift yourself up, lifting your head, your chest, and your belly. And allow yourself to face your feet. And with your knees bent, place your feet in front of you. And take your time and just allow yourself to hug onto your knees, release your head down. And take a few moments to sit here, giving yourself a nice gentle release from those supported twists. You can continue to sit here with your head down on your arms. If at any time you would like to come to a comfortable seat, kneeling or cross-legged, feel free to do so. And keep your eyes closed. And if it feels right for you, I invite you to bring your hands together at heart center to Anjali Mudra, this gesture of offering. And offering yourself this practice here today. This practice of these conscious shifts of our perception. Even small things like our perception of having to end our practice in Shavasana in a specific manner, in a specific shape of our body. And this practice of a new way of being. I'll read Prince EA's quote one more time because I feel that it's so powerful and such a good reminder to us to shift our way of thinking and shift our mindset into this new way of being as things are created differently around us and within us. Happiness is the new rich. Kindness is the new cool. Health is the new wealth. Inner peace is the new success. I invite you to take this practice with you as you move into the rest of your day and as you move into the rest of your week or weekend. And really allow yourself to take your intention with you, whatever that personal intention was or this dedication for your practice, whoever it was to. And as you continue to move through whatever it is you're facing in challenging times, uncertainty, can you continue to invite yourself to, in small ways, shift what you're focusing on and invite in a new perspective. Give yourself the opportunity to create a new foundation on which to build your most happy and your most ideal life today. I want to thank you so very much for practicing with me. Thank you for coming with an open heart and an open mind. And I invite you to take this opportunity for a fresh new start. You can start your day over again at any time Allow this moment, this breath to be that fresh start for the rest of your day. Take a full deep breath all the way in. A long exhale all the way out. The light within me recognizes and honors the light within you. Namaste.